If you're searching for a meaningful spiritual experience, look no further than St. Anthony's Parish in Allston, Massachusetts. Join us at 43 Holton Street in between Soldiers Field Road and the Mass Pike. Immerse yourself in the complete St. Anthony's Parish encounter through our 10 o'clock a.m. chanted Mass. Whether you're a Catholic seeking a parish to call home or someone looking for spiritual guidance, our welcoming community is here for you. Visit our website at www.stanthonyalston.org for more information. St. Anthony's Parish, where faith finds a home. Welcome to the voice of St. Anthony Parish from Allston, Massachusetts, right here on WROL 950 AM 100.3 FM, and you can also hear us at CatholicAudiomedia.com. That's CatholicAudiomedia.com, and we are here on your favorite podcast platform. Just check out CatholicAudiomedia.com, and you'll see where you can find them, or look up Catholic Audio Media, all one word, on your favorite podcast platform, or Catholic Audio Media, 3 words, and scroll down until you see the voice of St. Anthony Parish, and that's us. You'll see a little logo there and all that. Well, we want to talk about something I saw on X last week. This comes from Bishop Burbridge. Now, before I tell you, it's something I don't fully agree with, and I'm not saying that it is any kind of heresy or anything else like that. No, I'm not talking about that at all, but it's something I don't agree with, as we could say, style. I'll put it that way. And the reason why I want to bring this up, this is one of those things that when I see it, I'm kind of like Curly. Remember Curly from the Three Stooges? Whenever he heard Pop Goes the Weasel, it drives me nuts. So let me read to you what he said, and let me explain why. Because it's going to sound, this comes from a bishop. It sounds good. It should be. What's wrong with this? And the actual reality is nothing. But let me explain to you why I disagree with it in a sense. Okay. To avoid sin, we need vigilance and God's help. We must remove from our lives any social media, relationships, and habits that lead us away from holiness, virtue, and purity. In doing so, we make room for God's grace, the gift that helps us to avoid the near occasion of sin. And that was from June 14th. At Bishop Burbidge. Oh, I said it wrong. I called him Burbridge. It's Burbidge. At Bishop Burbidge, if you want to look it up yourself. And you might say, well, what's wrong with that? That's perfectly good Catholic teaching. Well, yes, but, here we go. There's the but. Notice what he says. This is one of the things I get focused on, and again, he's not saying anything that is unorthodox. He's not saying anything heretical, but I want you to look at it. This is one of the problems in our country, how they understand religion, how people understand religion and Catholicism. To avoid sin, we need vigilance and God's help. All right, that sounds all right. We must remove from our lives any social media, ironic because it's on Twitter or X, relationships and habits that lead us away from holiness, virtue, and purity. In doing so, we make room for God's grace, the gift that helps us to avoid the near occasion of sin. Who is doing the work there? It is completely on us. Granted, he does say we need God's help, but this is my issue. Because what is he telling people to do? To avoid sin. That's what we have to do. And what the message is, and this may not be the message he is trying to communicate, is our entire existence as Catholics can be summed up in 3 words: to avoid sin. That's it. Our entire existence is described as that, and there are so many people who believe that. So their entire focus is in seeking to avoid sin. And you can look online. You can look, for example, in the Catholicism forum on Reddit, and you can find people who will say, I'm doing everything I can to be sinless, but I'm failing. Okay, what instructional program did you go through that said that you are capable of being sinless? Because I'd sure like to know, because that's the whole thing. I mean, the first thing we do at Mass is we declare that we're sinners. So the whole idea of working strictly to avoid sin is not what sums up Catholicism. And what happens is you have people who believe that in order to encounter God, they have to first avoid sin. But if you look at what the Bible teaches, the people who encountered God then turned from sin. And why did they turn from sin? Because they wanted to know Christ more. That's the difference. And so we really need to focus on leading people to have that encounter with Christ in each of our daily lives. This is why I get frustrated with Twitter things like this. I'll be right back right after this. You're listening to the voice of St. Anthony Parish. You can now leave a message for us, which we can air and discuss on this program. Just call 617-297-7452. That's 617-297-7452. 617-297-7452. Feel free to call, leave a comment, a question, or even feedback, and we may play it on the air. I can discuss your comment or question as well, so give that a try. 617-297-7452, 617-297-7452. We're back. And we're focused on something that I said at the beginning of the program from Bishop Burbidge. I said Burbidge at first. Bishop Burbidge, who is the what is known as an ordinary. That means he is the bishop in charge of the Diocese of Arlington, Virginia. Now, he's probably a very fine guy. He's probably wonderful to listen to. And I was complaining about one of his writings, which one of his tweets, I guess. I don't know what we call them now. And his whole focus is that we need to turn from sin. What we need to do in order to turn from sin is to encounter Christ daily. So we need to bring our whole life to him daily. Now, one of the things that you will see from St. Paul, what does he say that's important? Obviously, a lot of things, but he says to dedicate yourself to thankfulness. You see, we have taught generations of people that our faith can be summed up in one simple thing: turn from sin, and when you're good enough, when you're found you're good enough without sin or whatever, or when you have turned from sin and you can present to the Lord how good you are, then he can let you into heaven. That is a heresy. Now, Bishop Burbidge doesn't say that, but many people are then led to think that way, and that is a heresy. No, what we need to do is to be daily in encounter with Christ. Now, here's something else. He says you need to turn from you. I bring this up all the time. You need, I think it may say we need, but let me see. Where'd he go here? June 14th. Let's swing up to there. June 14th. Oh, where'd I go? I lost it already. Oh, hold on. Oh, one moment. There it is. Okay. We need vigilance in God's house. We must remove from our lives any social media, relationships, and habits that lead us away from holiness, virtue, and purity. In doing so, we make room for God's grace, the gift that helps us avoid the near occasion of sin. We need to be people of prayer. So one example of that is if you're going to find yourself going into a situation that could lead to be sinfulness, we don't need to avoid it on our own. We need to be people of prayer who ask the Lord to guide us, who ask our guardian angel to guide us, who ask the Lord to lead us and ensure that we don't enter into sin. Those are the things we need to do, and allow that to guide us away from sin. That's what we need to do. This is an important consideration, because what we are doing, we are recognizing, and this is key. This is something a lot of Catholics never learned, and it's important that we make sure people learn this. We understand that we are in a relationship with Christ. Now, I know there's a lot of Catholics who will get all upset and say, no, that's not Catholic. Check with the saints, check with Cardinal Sarah, check with what the church teaches. You'll find that that is literally church teaching. So it's in our relationship. If you think of it also in another way, our salvation is a partnership with God. Now, what does that mean? Well, we all know that Jesus died on the cross and he rose so that we may be saved. We know that part. But our daily journey is a partnership with Christ. That's what's important. Our daily journey is a partnership with Christ. That's why prayer is so important. And that's why also that concept of dedicating ourselves to thankfulness is important, because it leads us to, and it's something I'm learning every day, it leads us to recognize where God is working in our lives in very powerful ways. I had an interesting thing happen today. As I record this, I woke up and we had no power. There was a power failure down the street, and it hit everyone here in this area of Alston. So I had no power. So when I went to have breakfast, I did have my phone, and I often listen to something on the radio, but it was so quiet, I said, you know what? I'm not going to listen to the radio this morning because it's so quiet. And I was thankful for seeing things in a new way. Being thankful for all things. And this is one of the things we're called to do. We'll talk more tomorrow. See you then. I want to call your attention to Catholic TV, which offers great faith-filled, family-friendly programming 24 hours a day. You can find your cable channel at www.getcatholictv.com, and you can watch online on the free apps or check out the YouTube channel. Daily Mass, Rosaries, the Divine Mercy Chaplet, and the Our Lady of Perpetual Help Novena are all available online and on demand. Check out CatholicTV.com. If you're searching for a meaningful spiritual experience, look no further than St. Anthony's Parish in Alston, Massachusetts. Join us at 43 Holton Street in between Soldiers Field Road and the Mass Pike. Immerse yourself in the complete St. Anthony's Parish encounter through our 10 o'clock a.m. chanted Mass. Whether you're a Catholic seeking a parish to call home or someone looking for spiritual guidance, our welcoming community is here for you. Visit our website at www.stanthonyalston.org for more information. St. Anthony's Parish, where faith finds a home.